BMitch Finlay 1067 The Fan. Obviously, big breaking news on the program. Jahan Dotson traded to the Eagles. I don't think this is that hard to understand. I think you had a new regime show up. They're going to run a different offense. And what this regime cared most about was that everybody competed every day.
Yep.
So any thinking that, draft status or situation should place you above other players, I think was incorrect. Dan Quinn said, go back. It was there are no sacred cows. Everybody's got to earn it, right? And then throughout training camp, you've heard us talk about it. And if you're skeptical that he will be able to produce on the field this fall, I think I understand the skepticism. But Dotson was outperformed by Dyami Brown, certainly, and arguably Olamide Zaccheaus, OZ. And I think you've got a guy where maybe you don't love the competitive fire and a new regime, and you just want to get something for him.
Yeah, and it seems like that. But I think I'd much rather a crew come in, and if they don't see something working how they see fit, you make a move. You don't sit back and say, well, I got to just hold on. You make the moves according to what you see, because a lot of people would see things not going well but won't make a move.
Don't lie to yourself because of draft status.
Totally.
If you're in a bad relationship, get out of it. Don't just hang out because the guy has nice hair.
There you go.
I want to let the phone lines go. Landfill, make sure all the levels are set accurately. Let's go to line one. Rev T, what do you make of the Jahan Dotson trade?
Well, what I make of it is that, in the great words of the late Robin Hurst, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. See, I ain't got no type of attachment to Jahan Dotson. Thank you for being the commander while you was here, but bye, Bama, and I'm all in with BMitch. If you could get better, if you got to make moves to get better, then get better then. I'm not caught up in all of these. Ain't none of these players did nothing for me lately. Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? Nothing, not a damn thing. But go out there and put up highlights and false hope. Man, we need to start winning up in this joint, and I mean start winning. We need to be start being feared in the NFC East. We need to be start being feared in the NFC. Hell, we need to be start feared in the NFL altogether. And if this what you got to do, if you got to get rid of old trash to find out if you got some new trash, then guess what, though? Keep changing the damn trash. I ain't never short of my words with none of these Bammers. Y'all know what this is. The people's hype man. Rev T. Bye, Bama. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Thank you, Reverend.
All right, Rev.
Always appreciate you. I want to let the boys in the aquarium chime in. Phone lines are open. Jeff, Landfill, what do you make of this trade? This is obviously a really big deal.
My intuition was right, man. When I got my jersey and I seen the number 1, I knew something was going to happen. Hopefully,
you did say that.
Well, based on what you just texted us, I hear you gonna be the new receiver.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
That's going.
I didn't want to break the news, but that 4.2 running Jeff Walker, yeah,
4.220.
But yeah, now it's like I'm kind of surprised, but I'm not surprised because, like you said, JP, he's been outworked by Dyami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus. So it's like I'm not surprised, and we just gotta. I wish him the best. I don't got no animosity towards him. I hate that he went to
on
Philly.
A personal level, I like Jahan. He was always cool, always nice.
Listen,
I
can tell you one thing: he's going to a spot where the questions and the assumptions here, those better be alleviated and eliminated up there.
Yeah,
because they'll let you know. Like I'm looking at people blaming everybody but anything that he's done. This person hated him. That nobody hated him. People are here to win games, and sometimes you got to make tough decisions. But in that town up there, don't produce, and see how different it is.
What's different though is He's coming to Philly for the cost of a third-round pick, and he's the third wide
It
receiver.
don't make
It's just a different expectation.
Then Philly, no. You're a first-round pick that came from Penn State. They expect you to put the ball.
We'll find out. Keep these phone lines going. Landini, what was your reaction? I mean, obviously a surprise here.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise. I knew the Commanders giving your number away meant your days were numbered. I just guessed with the wrong receiver. Yeah, he just hasn't been particularly good, and those Ron Rivera first-round picks have just have been brutal.
I mean, dude, CK, the cluster buster, actually just tweeted this out. The last 10 years first-round picks. You ready, B?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Sheriff.
Okay.
Josh Doxson.
Sheriff was a plus. Dotson was a minus. Doxson. D-O-C.
Yeah.
T-S-O-N.
John Allen, Deron Payne, Dwayne Haskins, Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Jamin Davis, Jahan Dotson, Emmanuel Forbes, Jaden Daniels. They got to stop drafting receivers with names that start with D-O.
Ron Rivera got outdrafted by Bruce Allen. Let that sink in.
Whoa.
Damn. Oh, man. That hits pretty hard, Landfill. Ooh, Landfill, you won't tweet that.
I'm 100% going to tweet it.
All right. It's her birthday. Mama Stu, is this the birthday present you were hoping for?
No, not at all. I'm kind of taken aback, but at the same time, like, I work in corporate America. I've been in corporate America over 20 years, and it happens. You know what I mean? The thing that suck about it is he got traded in the division. That's the one thing. But at the same time, when you have a new group of people coming in and they want to set up their things, like y'all been saying all morning, that's what it is, you know. And so I wish him the best. And in this league, it's production, you know, availability and production. And clearly, you know, he wasn't having a good camp. So I wish him the best. I'm going to hate it if he scores a touchdown against us. That's for sure. But I wish him the best, and it is what it is. I love you guys. Thank you for the shout-out this morning. I appreciate it.
All right.
Happy birthday,
care,
Mama.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday.
you listening. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jackson is in Baltimore. What up, Jack?
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Yeah, I'm indifferent about this trade, man. I don't mind giving up on a guy that's not your guy. I understand that's how it works. I hate the fact that it happened the way that it did. I hate the fact that Chris Olave is sitting right there, and these guys want to be the smartest people in the room and trade back and not just miss out on Chris Olave, but Kyle Hamilton, among others. You went down the list of what they've done with those picks that they got in return. Brian Robinson's really all they have at this point. My biggest gripe is trading him within a division. It just reeks of they just want to get him out of there at all costs, and that may be the case. I just don't like the idea that you now have to see this dude twice a year in a potent offense with a bona fide quarterback that can throw the ball all over the field. I'm not sold that all of a sudden that this automatically means that they're going to go get a new wide receiver. I mean, I've been a fan of this team my entire life. Very rarely have I said we're the lucky ones. I just can't fathom something positive coming out of this. I get the new regime. I get all of that. But I'm in the business of they have to show me, and I get we're at the beginning, but I have to see something come out of this. It's just a shame that we have a rookie quarterback who's now losing weapons because Jahan couldn't live up to what he was supposed to be.
Thank you for the call, man. That's a good call. There's something interesting here, and you wonder how much of this is competition-driven and if Jahan didn't think he should have to compete for his spot. And then say what you will, he has not shown it in games, period. But Diami has had a good camp and has looked good in the preseason. And life's about – everybody says opportunity knocks. That is BS. Nothing knocks. You got to kick down doors. And this is the kind of camp where Diami has kicked a few down. If you're just getting in your car right now, you missed the news. Jahan Dotson has been traded, Commanders' first-round pick in 2022. I guess he was actually a football team pick, right? No, 2-2-22. He was the first ever Commanders draft pick. Yeah. The first ever Commanders draft pick. 2 seasons in Washington. Really showed a lot as a rookie. 7 touchdowns, really good in the red zone, really good catch radius. The numbers kind of slumped last year. I think you could say there were some catching issues, which I never expected because the kid had great hands in college. Traded to the Philadelphia Eagles in the division. This is a former first rounder, so they got 3 years of team control on this dude at a very modest salary.
Yeah.
And they had to give up a 5th so they could get a 3rd and a pair of 7ths back. Jahan Dotson, now an Eagle. We are taking your calls. Let's go to Vince in Accokeek. What up, Vinny?
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
I kind of relate to the last caller a lot. Not that I'm sad at all. I mean, Jahan wasn't good to me, and we've sucked so long, and we've sucked as long as I've been a fan, that I don't have time to watch trash people be trash people. Not that he's a trash person as a human being. I mean, as a football player, he was trash last year. So I'm fine with moving him on. I believe you should cut cancer out right away. I believe you should stop smoking crack immediately that you figure out you're a crackhead. You should stop rolling down the hill once you know you're rolling down the hill. So move him, be gone with him. That's what we're doing. I want to still believe in AP. It's still early. I still think AP was the right guy. I'm kind of under the belief that I hope Brian is right and we have something else coming down the track, because my biggest trepidation, I don't have no problem moving him. It just sucks that we moved him in the division. Like, we couldn't move him nowhere else. It's not like Jahan is totally not a capable football player. He showed us in his rookie season, and I think moving into this offense where he will be hidden behind 2 number ones actually highlights him to be better. And we don't, from what I'm saying, we're not good in the secondary. So if I'm Jahan, I'm looking at my chops like, I might suck the rest of the year, but I'm going to be good when I play the Redskins or the Commanders or whatever we call ourselves. So that's my only trepidation. I'm cool with trying to.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, because you're the second person to say this. When have we gone into a game and we saw other teams shaking in their boots because he was on the field? So why would you automatically? Everybody say, "Well, didn't trade to the division."
Because it's us. Only because it's us. If it was,
are we ever going to move forward in our thinking? Or are we going to always be living in the past in our thinking?
I'm totally fine with moving forward. Like, I want to win. I don't care if we sign 12 aliens. If they're going to help us win, I want to win. Like, I'm 39
I'm with you on that.
I'm with you on that. I've never seen us win. So I want to win by any cost. We could sign 12 Donald Trumps. If they're going to win for us, I want to win. But I just, like, why in the division? Granted, like I said, if the thing is setting the culture and Jahan wasn't for the culture, he can go. I'm tired of people who think they're supposed to have something because they think they're supposed to have it. If he didn't have the attitude, kick rocks, Jahan. I don't care about that. My only thing is I just wish we didn't move in the division. But clearly, we need to get rid of cancer. And if the only way to get rid of the cancer was to move in the division, then so be it. I just hope that something else is coming down the pipe, because I'm tired of sucking. And right now, it just feels like—
I appreciate the call, Vince.
Appreciate you, brother.
Vince, it's a good call, and we appreciate you listening and your passion. The other part of this, if you're just getting in your car, Jahan Dotson's been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think, by and large, most Skins fans aren't upset that he's been traded, but there is that question of in the division. If you're going to trade a guy, ideally you'd love to not trade him in your division, but that doesn't mean you can't do the trade, right? Mm-hmm. I think Jahan Dotson had a good rookie season, 7 touchdowns, real red zone threat. Last year, things went backwards. The entire offense went backwards, but I do wonder if there were some inabilities to get off the line of scrimmage against press coverage, and that was a question coming out of college, right? Philly, he's not going to be an outside wideout. When you got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, you're going to be in the slot, sir.
Yeah.
And that might be a place he can thrive. Cliff Kingsbury's offense here, they're going to run a fair amount of 11, a fair amount of 12 personnel. When they're in 12, means you need 2 outside guys. It's going to be fascinating to see how this all shakes out. We got the phone lines open. Nate is in Silver Spring. What up, Nate?
Wow, man. I couldn't even believe it when I heard the news, but I actually love it, man. I don't mind trading them within the division. This shows me that Dan Quinn and AP, they not scared of nobody. And we are, and I don't know if y'all remember, but we always play the Eagles tough. We almost beat them twice last year, and then the year before that, and the year before that. So we're not scared of the Eagles. And this shows me that Dan Quinn means business. Nobody's safe. It's like Third Ward, Southeast, walking in there like nobody's safe in that locker room. And I love the message that is sent to the players. I love it. And this showing like, and he was missing in action last year. He can't get off jam coverage. So our cornerback's gonna know what to do against him. Just jam him up on the line, and we saving $4 million. So this just shows me that they're not playing no games, and this is also an indictment and a praise on Jaden Daniels, because this shows me that he can elevate the wide receivers. It don't matter who's out there, and it's not like we traded Terry McLaurin. Like, come on now, man. It's like the guy he's 5'11", 182, and we saving $4.1 million. I'm with you, BMitch. We might be gearing up to get Ayuk or somebody else, but I don't care. I don't care if we don't. You know, his production wasn't matching his salary. And when you're more trouble than you're worth, like you were saying, JP,
so
like we got wide receivers.
You're not wrong.
McCaffrey.
The production wasn't there, but the salary is actually pretty easy to deal with at the receiver position. He's on a rookie deal still. The move wasn't about money. I want to be sure we understand that. I appreciate the call, Nate. It's a good call. Let's go to Dave in Woodbridge. Davey, what do you think of the Dotson trade?
I'm all good. I believe in this generation's new Bobby Beathard here. Let's give this man, let him have the keys and take off. I've been hearing rumblings on other shows about trading Dotson the last couple days, and also the chance they may even cut him. So to get something of value in return, I'm happy. Now I know you mentioned about we traded down, we could have had Olave, but look at all the moves. We got Brian Johnson, we had Sam Howell, we got Cole Turner, but we traded
Brian Robinson.
We also traded Howell for additional picks. Now we're getting more picks. We're loading up.
Are you defending that trade at this point?
Yes. Yeah.
You're
we got
nuts.
More assets. Yeah, we swung and missed.
What assets? Dotson is now in Philly. Howell is now in Seattle. Olave looks like an all-pro. Kyle Hamilton is an all-pro.
So they were talking about Dotson potentially even being cut. So to get anything in return and to save some money, let's go get Ayuk. Now's the time to go get a guy with a big number, since our quarterback has a low cap hit. Let's go all in. Let's do it.
Thanks for the call, bud.
Hi, bro.
The last thing I expected was somebody to call in and defend and be excited about the trade where they traded out of 11 to 16, could have had Olave, could have had Kyle Hamilton, could have done a lot of things there and didn't.